India, the land that we call our own, filled with youth who have opinions. And it is time that we started listening to them. Welcome to India at 75. Let us meet our speakers today, shall we?
Good morning, this is Ahana, and today I'll be speaking on the memes and the videos and the GIFs that are the new modes of communication. Technology, like art, is a soaring exercise of the human imagination. For as long as humans have been on this planet, we have invented various forms of communication, from smoke signals and messenger pigeons to telephone and email, that have constantly evolved on how we interact with each other. One of the biggest developments in communications came in 1831 when the electric telegraph was invented. While post existed as a form of communication before this date, it was electric engineering in the 19th century which had a revolutionary impact. Now, digital methods have succeeded almost all other forms of communication, especially in business. I can't remember the last time I had written a letter rather than an email at work. Even my signature digital these days. Picking up a phone is a rare occurrence too. Instead, I FaceTime, Zoom, or join a Google Hangout. When I look at how communication has advanced over the years, it really is quite incredible. Since the mid 1990s, the internet has had a revolutionary impact on communication. The internet has made communication easier and faster. It's allowed us to stay in contact with people regardless of time and location. It's accelerated the pace of business and widened the possibilities within an enterprise space. Memes are hard to miss in today's society because they have taken over the internet. Individuals communicate through memes, which differentiates with the way memes were thought of years ago. This has grown and expanded to the meme we know of and use today. The internet meme has gained a new usage. It has become a piece of culture which is constantly created and shared by people through its rapid spreading. A meme has no specific author and there is no finished form. This differentiates from something on the internet that is viral because viral is singular. There is no change which occurs and it is a finished product. Memes are a way in a society through which we share our thoughts, feelings, humor, and ideas overall. We find memes to be so intriguing because they're relatable and the audience thrives for the things that they can relate to. It is a form of communication in society and they will continue to grow and become more popular. As marketers look for new ways to stand out in the ever changing digital landscape, GIFs are becoming the go to tactics for brands seeking high engagement. GIFs, which loop endlessly, let brands tell a story to the consumers similar to the emojis and memes. The GIF is a more advanced form of visual communication that allows an everyday user to form a deeper connection with the brand. These, by design, encourage sharing, which means that the same content is reposted frequently by people for widespread visibility. There is very little that can compete with humor for sharing. Everyone loves a good laugh and wants others to laugh along them. When done right, memes make people feel that they are part of an exclusive group who are on the inside of the joke, and who don't get the joke become anxious to know what was so funny. It is a wonderful opportunity for the brand to initiate engagement that leads to greater brand recall and loyalty. According to Forbes, the key to making memes successful is the timing. Social media is the ultimate equalizer. It gives a voice and platform for anyone willing to engage. Since our world has different religions, beliefs, social media helps in building and participating in the community of our own religion and beliefs to discuss and learn about it. Similarly, people of different communities can connect to discuss and share related stuffs. The way technology is growing, it is obvious that more and more people are going to grasp its benefits. It has brought a lot of advantages for the society. From progressed nations to underdeveloped countries, every nation is utilizing the power of social media to enhance life. Lastly, I would like to end. It's time to step up the plate and get passionate about your work commit to make social media that don't bore people to tears, but instead inspire and motivate them to learn a new skill, change a certain behavior, or improve their performance. Thank you.
One of the words that define 2020 is pandemic. It literally means affecting everyone. Coronavirus has changed all aspects of our lives. It has led to surprising discoveries. All of us spend our time in the pandemic on our smartphones. They have always been there, but yet we did not understand the importance of smartphones until we had no other means of communication, education, and entertainment. In India, there has been a quick surge in the usage of smartphones, with the rural area and the urban area. The rural area having a more percentage. According to the survey, the availability of smartphones in rural India was 36.5% in 2018, which increased to 61.8% in 2020, which is nearly twice its previous percent, and 67.6 in 2021. Smartphones are used for nearly everything. They have acted as schools, offices, personal communicators, and even your teacher. Technologies like Google Classroom, WebEx, Netflix, Microsoft Teams have made sure that nothing hinders the studies of children and employees during this pandemic. Rural kids are now able to access any free website on the internet sitting at the comfort of their home. They can now open their wings and try to reach the sky. Mobile phones of the future are expected to be more closely embedded in our day to day lives than ever before. Some futurologists and industry experts predict that in years to come, mobile phones will become remote controls for our whole lives. In the years to come, smartphones will definitely change in size, shape, and functionality. One of the feature can be holographic displays. All of us are familiar with Tony Stark and his extensive inventions, one of it being holographic displays. In the near future, we can even be able to interact with the displays. Eco friendly smartphones. Companies are always looking to make their products more environmentally friendly, and phone makers are no exception here, with researchers looking into biodegradable materials and cleaner products. This might be possible. India is and has always been an inventive country. I am sure we can expect many varied dimensions of the smartphone we now hold in our hand. Thank you.
Namaste, I'm Hana, a proud Indian studying in class 9. And I am extremely privileged to stand before you and speak on the topic the best of Indian fashion going global. The Indian fashion is well known for its elegance, colorfulness and cultural heritage. The value of an Indian garment is judged by its fabric and not by who made it. India is the second largest exporter of textiles in the world. Let me take you along with me to see how it evolved. The modern textile industry took birth in India with the establishment of textile mills in Calcutta in 1818. The cotton textile industry, however, made its real beginning in Bombay in 1850s. The British in India encouraged the British industrial cloth. With this, the development of khadi by Gandhiji was boosted in India in order to lessen the dependency of the population in India on British clothes. The Indian cotton and silk is world known. Cotton is India's main fiber. Silk exported from the North Indian states to various western countries has low prices, high quality and great demand. Some of the most famous fabric prints of our country are the Kalamkari of Andhra Pradesh, Fulkari of Punjab, Kanchipuram of Tamil Nadu, Banarasi and Chikankari of Uttar Pradesh, Chanderi of Madhya Pradesh, Kasavu of Kerala, etc. Now, why do you think the Indian fabric was so popular in the global market in the past? Its fine quality and beautiful embroidery made it world known. The Kashmiri Pashmina shawl that is exported has a really good price, but it has a very great demand in the global market. India has developed a lot in the last decades, but still we are proud in our Indian culture, and that Indian culture has sustained in the Indian fashion industry even now. In 2015, the Victoria and Albert Museum in London conducted an exhibition, The Fabric of India. The idea was to give due credit to the thriving culture of fashion designs and innovation of the textile industry of our country. On the 75th year of independence, what is the Indian fashion identity globally? The future of the textile industry of our country will have technology in that, as 3D printing is coming up at a faster rate. Environmental sustainability is a major issue that is seen in today's textile industry, and we can expect that the Indian fashion industry will focus more on that in the coming decades. The future of the Indian textile industry is promising because it has a very enthusiastic young population. Taking immense pride in our country's glorious threads, I conclude my words. Jai Hind.
Environmental conservation. When Mahatma Gandhi said, "Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed," he was doing both, celebrating nature's richness as well as alerting us of our own materialistic expectations of the world. Today, I, Jia Mehta of Class 9 from Jasupin ML School, wish to speak to you about how our country has treated the environment and how we can do better. Here in India, we are home to the gift of abundance, right from the Himalayas in the north to the Nilgiris in the south. Our subcontinent houses of everything, from the grasslands to the rocky terrain, from the freshest of the green vegetables to the flowers and plants of all shapes and colors, what could once be described as the blooming wildlife. But we must ask ourselves, have we taken the best care of these natural gifts? India has always worked on the principle of nonviolence preached by Mahatma Gandhi. Hence, in 1973, the Chipko movement by the villagers of Uttarakhand was a non-violent ecological movement to protect the trees and forests. This inspired many others to think about their relationship with the environment. The Bhopal gas tragedy of 1984 was another disaster that brought about a lot of awareness. India's history has shown the collective action and awareness that can make a difference. Initiatives like Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, Green India Movement, Save the Tiger, National Clean Air and River Conservation Program are promoting citizen actions for a positive change. Most importantly, now the people have realized that these awarenesses drives on reduce, reuse, recycle, conservation and sustainability are the only way forward. Today, we are facing threats from all over. Toxic polluted air in the metro cities, depleting fish population in our oceans, high level of phosphates in our rivers, erratic rainfall causing floods and droughts. These serious threats not only in our environment but millions of people of the most vulnerable sections of the society. This is a call to take action. India, with some of the world's greatest minds, a treasure trove of young entrepreneurs and the problem solvers, must take a step. We have the facts, figures, resources, and answers to answer the climate and environment questions. So we must take up the challenge and become a leader of environment conservation for the sake of the future generation to come. Thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Purnasai Vaishnavi, and today I'm going to be speaking about yoga. B.K.S. Iyengar once famously said, I am standing on my own altar, and the poses are my prayer. Indeed, taking care of your body and mind is the highest enlightenment that one can attain. But in this busy world where every second spent not working is spent on resting, how many people actually take care of their fitness? Well, it has become increasingly apparent that the solution to today's fast food life and lack of exercise is yoga. Yoga not only helps you exercise your body, it also helps you to relax your soul. The fact that it only takes 10 to 20 minutes of the day, while departing numerous health benefits in that short while, has made it ever so appealing to everyone, from diligent students to busy workers to retired elders. But yoga wasn't always the widely accepted workout drilled into the daily routines of millions. Previously, yoga was heavily stereotyped. One of the earliest ambassadors of yoga and stereotype breakers to the states and non India countries was Paramhansa Yoganand. Yoganand spent his life tirelessly promoting yoga. He mixed Western culture with traditional yoga values, which greatly appealed to people and successfully broke yoga into mainstream US media. Yoga's legacy is carried forward by the likes of Sadhguru and Hansaji Yogendra. Sadhguru is the founder of Isha Foundation, one of today's leading yoga centers. He's an international speaker and he addressed major world platforms like the United Nations and House of Lords, etc. His interest for spirituality and yoga for enlightenment developed at a very young age. Pursuing it, he is today one of India's leading figures in social welfare. With the spread of media, yoga has also spread. It has allowed countless people to discover a type of art which is beneficial to them in every way. I suggest yoga for everyone, regardless of age and gender. I hope everyone enjoyed my speech. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Let me begin this topic with a few astonishing and glaring facts. Water covers approximately 71% of the Earth's surface. Only 3% of the available water is fresh water, out of which only 1% of the world's fresh water is found in rivers, ponds, and lakes. About 67% of fresh water is locked in the form of ice in glaciers and snow. With this as a preface, let us now listen to the tale of the lost lakes in India and how we have been reviving them. Bharat, that is India, has been an agrarian country since eons and continues to be so. Being one of the largest economies in the world, we still generate most portions of our revenue through agriculture. Lakes and ponds continue to remain the fulcrum of this great agrarian civilization. As per a study by the Government of India, Ministry of Jal Shakti in the year 2019, a total of 7,98,908 water bodies seized more than 0.01 hectare has been mapped under India. WRIS Water Resource Information System project using satellite imageries. Further, as per the fifth minor irrigation census conducted by the ministry, there are 5,16,303 water bodies in the rural areas of the country being used for irrigation. A number of reasons have been identified for such an alarming decline and vanishing of these lakes. Experts point out that these water bodies in pre urban villages were filled up when the cities expanded. In some cities, they have been encroached with haphazard constructions, and in some, they have become dumping grounds and even mines in some. Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore, Chennai, and Guwahati are just a few examples. It was only in 2001 that the Union Ministry of Environment and Forest developed a separate program called National Lake Conservation Plan to conserve urban water bodies. Central Assistance (CA) for restoration of water bodies is provided by the ministry under the scheme of repair, renovation and restoration (RRR) of water bodies, which is a component of Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. Under the scheme, 2,219 water bodies have been taken up for restoration in various states since the 12th plan, which out of which 1,160 water bodies have been reported to be completed up to March 2019. Total central assistance amount to rupees 369.11 crore has been released to the states up to March 2019 for these water bodies. Works under the category renovation of traditional water bodies are also taken up through Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, and works of 9,306 water bodies are reported to be completed with an expenditure of rupees 2,368.19 crore during 2018 to 2019. Our bright and shining country is on the road to set a shining example to the world to see. But the Juggernaut project cannot materialize only through the government schemes and initiatives. Every citizen in our country must volunteer and contribute towards every initiative by the government, and also educate our families and future generations on the importance of reviving our lakes and the importance of lakes and ponds in our agrarian society. Thank you and have a nice day.
Creative without strategy is called art, but creative with strategy is called advertising. Hi, I am Shreyansh Vikas Mishra, and today I'll be speaking a few lines about how Indian advertising industry has developed over the past 75 years and what is India's vision for the next 75 years. It wouldn't be wrong to say that in the past 75 years, India has definitely mastered this strategic creativity by giving birth to its evergreen and always triumphing advertisement industry. India is the fastest growing internet advertising market in the world at a CAGR of 18.8% from 2020 through to 2025. The Indian advertising industry has helped grow the economy on various levels, helping Indian as well as international products reach the masses, enticing them into giving in to their desires and buying the products. India has woven industry of beautiful advertisements like Bajaj, Nirma, Idea, and Vodafone that still resonate with the masses despite being so old. The Indian advertising industry has not only affected a rise in the economy, but has also helped in spreading awareness about various social issues, reaching every corner of the country. It has made programs established by our Honorable Prime Minister known to the people. It has made Beti Bachao Beti Padhao a household campaign. It has spread awareness about deadly diseases like COVID and AIDS. It has also made people aware about the use of contraceptives, STDs, and population control through slogans like Hum Do Hamare Do. India has also made ties with countries like Germany and Poland to get the advertisement industry more equipped. India has achieved several milestones already and is on the path to achieve even more in the future. With technology rapidly taking over the world, it is sure that new technologies and innovations will definitely carve their way into the advertising industry. Holograms might end up taking over paper since they are a more suitable option. With the rapid growth of economy in the future, we'll definitely see a rise in multinational companies and big shot companies, and thus will also help in making India more and more prosperous. India will surely start making more progress with Indian initiated companies by helping small businesses also through the advertisement industry. More suitable methods and sustainable methods and better alternatives to paper will also come up because climate change is now becoming a more and more dangerous problem with each passing day. People will now start becoming more and more aware of their rights and the crisis striking the world. In the end, I would just like to conclude by saying that the past has been a strong foundation for the present to be greater and the future to be unexpected. The ever growing Indian advertisement industry, which is now a drop, will soon turn into an ocean of possibilities. In turn, turning lives into more blissful ones and better aware ones. With this, I would like to end. Thank you and have a great day ahead.
How are you all? I'm Sweetie Jain of Mrs. Maryada School from Vishakhapatnam. I'm here to speak about the topic of journey of India with nuclear energy. India has a very long journey of with nuclear energy. So, let me brief you through it. In the 1950s, Homi Bhabha formulated a three-stage nuclear plan by using thorium and uranium resources. In 1972, the Prime Minister Indira Gandhi officially approved the plan after touring BARC. Raja Ramanna led the team of 75 scientists, and on May 11, 1974, the 3,000-pound device was exploded with a great force of 8 kilotons of TNT. So this was the first historic test. Let's go to the second one. The second historic test was headed at Pokhran by Rajgopal Chidambaram. This was moreover kept confidential, and engineers worked at night to avoid getting into American satellites. The mission came into effect on May 11, 1998. As we all know that nuclear energy has many applications like space exploration, medical diagnosis and treatment, agriculture, and criminal investigation. And moreover, it is more advantageous than other resources which generate electricity. As of November 2020, India has 23 nuclear reactors in 7 nuclear power plants and with a great capacity of 7,480 megawatts. So, this was the past. Interesting. Now, let's say into the future. The Bypassing Nuclear Energy Act of 2019 helped advance the nuclear sectors from research to commercialization by matching capital to build 2 demo reactors by 2025 and 5 more by 2035. Great work! As told before, nuclear energy has many applications and it is advantageous. It is the 5th source of energy in India. So, instead of using coal, a non-renewable resource, gas, hydroelectricity and wind power, not much reliable, we can use nuclear energy to survey electricity to different parts of India. And India has a plan of supplying 27,500 megavolt by 2032 in future using nuclear energy. So, I would like to conclude that nuclear energy, having a very glorious past, will definitely have a very great future ahead. Thank you.